We just can't stop talking, can we? I'm with Dr. Temple Grandin, and joining us now is Karen Simmons. She is the creator of Artism, Art by Those with Autism, and it is really a wonderful work. Congratulations to you. So you put this book together because you have a personal story.
Right. I have a son with autism, and he was diagnosed when he was 2.5, and he had early intervention, which was really, really good. So I wanted to bring him up and, raise his self-esteem and try to find things that are really, good that he can do.
And what could he do?
Well, he's really good on the computer, so...
Yeah, they're perfect.
He does like to draw.
And how old is he now?
He's 13.
Right. And he goes to regular school?
He goes to regular school. He has 5 siblings, so he has lots of opportunity to interact with them.
And did you know about Dr. Grandin?
Yes, I did.
Yes. At first, the minute your son was diagnosed, did you tune into her?
Well, I went to see her first conference, and then I decided to write a book for his teachers and for everybody to explain his autism to them.
Yes.
So I actually showed my book, my little Rain Man book, to Temple in an elevator and had her look at it. And she uses some of the pictures in her illustrations, too.
It is quite extraordinary. These people are very talented.
They are very.
Yeah, and where did you get them, and how did you choose them?
We have a website called autismtoday.com, and what we did was we have 70,000 unique visitors a month, and what we did was we polled our audience and we asked them to send in their artwork, and we were flooded with submissions. We finally settled on 44 different people.
It could have been twice the size, I'll bet.
Oh, well, I'm sure there's number 2, number 3, number 4.
Yeah. There's one, Tom, May the 10th, 1972. it was a Wednesday. And then the kind of Einstein picture. I don't think, Temple, you can see it because, and then the smiling Mona Lisa, which is a riot, as she's sort of looking sideways like, what the heck is going on? Now, do you think in pictures like that, Temple, or do you think of them as like a video?
Well, when I design equipment, it's like a video. I mean, it's sort of like a virtual reality system on a computer, but it's completely realistic. It's more realistic than anything that'd be on a video game. Then now, if you just ask me to access my memory on something like tea kettles, they come up as slides. They come up first as still images, like the tea kettle I had when I was a child, the tea kettle I had this morning at on my breakfast table. Now, if I hold any one of those pictures there, then it turns into full motion video. You start out as slides, come up with a series of slides.
So you are your own entertainment.
But basically, everything I think about is in pictures. Now, there's some stuff where I've done talks on certain things where it's like rehearsed tapes. But if I think about anything new, it's in pictures. And if I can't think about it in pictures, I can't think about it.
Do you think that your boy works like that? Does he think in pictures?
I think he does.
Yes.
I do.
And does he translate it how? Working on the computer all the time? Does he draw?
He does draw some. There's a couple of pictures in there that he's done.
Yes.
So
that must have been a great consolation when you saw that he had some interest that you could focus on. What was he doing it to that made you think that...
Reading.
He was reading when he was
2.5. The first word that he ever read was recycle. And we thought he was wonderfully gifted. And he is.
And he is
wonderfully gifted. But we didn't see any signs like to watch out for autism or anything like that.
And so how did it come to pass that you've discovered this?
We watched his behavior, and people talked to me about the way that he was walking up and down stairs and spinning around in circles and flapping his hands in the air and different things like that. And so repeating things, yeah.
And what? Sorry?
And repeating things. He would memorize movies backwards and forwards. So he'd say, I think you're A1 grade A, beloved and beautiful, capable, that whole song that's all the way through the alphabet.
Yes. And he could do that. It's as if he took it in the whole picture.
Oh, yeah. On perfect,
See, there you are.
pitch, too.
Were you good at memorizing poetry and that sort of thing?
I was good at memorizing things, especially if I put it in a picture. I also want to emphasize a lot of kids with ADHD, dyslexia, attention deficit, and a lot of other disorders also have a lot of things like visual thinking and some of the sensory problems. I think that's just a really important thing for people to know.
Right. Resources, never enough.
Never enough, forever increasing. We carry 270 different titles through my bookstore, which is, we brought Temple in for the conference.
Yes.
On sensory communication, social skills. Social skills it's really important these kids learn social skills. So.
But it's not, and this is the thing that is really human interaction. Machines aren't going to make much difference. I mean, a computer, I can understand people being fixated and children loving to be on a computer. But it's all about the interaction between human beings.
It is.
And trying to keep it keep it alive.
Keep it human.
Well, I think it's really important for little kids to be mainstream, learn social skills. See, I had to learn social skills like being in a play. I was a child of the 50s, and being brought up in that structured 50s was good because we had structured meals where I was expected to behave in a certain way, and I think that was really good. Now, you get into the teenagerhood, some kids are going to have real problems with that. I don't think learning how to interact with teenagers is that important because later on in life, you don't need to do that. You know, in that situation, I had a great mentor in high school, and his science lab was a refuge away from all the awful teasing.
Refuge. Yeah.
And mentors that can develop the interests at this point are extremely important, and I had them both in high school, and I had some good mentors out in industry, too, that helped me. And talent attracts mentors.
Yes.
You know, mentors want to work with somebody that's
actually going to be some payoff and pay attention
right.
and really get involved with, that's what you said, like attracts.
That's
you look
right.
for people that have similar interests. And have you done that for your boy?
Finding people that like computers. He's really lucky that he's got all of his brothers and sisters because they get in his space and they socialize with him no matter, you know, even if he doesn't want to socialize.
Does it frighten you that he's autistic?
No.
You're not worried about him?
Of course I'm worried about him.
Well, you're worried about him in the sense that you worry about
I'm concerned about him, but I try to pave the path for him to go into rather than just dealing with it as it happens. You know,
right.
try to predict what's going to happen and gear him down a certain channel. Try to channel his
interests. Well, it's a life work too, isn't it?
It is.
For you, for your parents. And, well, anyway, thank you both for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was great. You were great. Many thanks to Dr. Temple Grandin and to Karen Simmons. For more information on autism, Dr. Grandin's work, you can go to CanadianAutism.com and it will lead you through everything. Well, thank you.